All right. Good evening, everyone. So we are going to have a bit of problem here. All right, let me know if you are on this video right now. All right, let me just apologize. I had to go ahead and change up where exactly I do the live from. Join here. And so I hope that persons will be able to get onto the new link. All right, praise the Lord. All right, so we're gonna have some work to do then to ensure that our friends get over. Yes, so. All right, so this is gonna be the link to the new live. All right. Let me see if I can get this live up on this screen. Good evening, everyone. Let me see who managed to get over here. I think I saw Samantha in the chat. And Carla K. Apologies for the issues. All right, persons are getting the message. All right. Anyway, I hope you all heard the news. Good for some, bad for some, I don't know. I don't know how it is for you. All right, so now, just give me 2 minutes so we can get this new link everywhere. Gosh. All right, who else is here? No, the phone is slowing up. Anyway, all right. All right. Since we could not get to use the original link that some persons would have had from earlier in the evening. But we are going to start as soon as we can. Quick and fast. All right, so that's okay. Already. Come on, help me see. Oh, damn. All right, we will have to start soon regardless of how many people get here. Anyway, nobody not hear the news? No one has heard the news yet? That was released today. It must have spread far and wide, far and wide, far, far, far and wide. This ain't no. All right, and of course, you know, we usually meet at 7, but I will be having something this evening, so I can't start that late. The good thing is that anyone who is late can always just come back and watch the video. Yes. How you feel about it? All right. Yeah, anyone who is late can always watch it afterwards. I am apologizing for Saturday night gone. I was not feeling so well, so I definitely could not come online. Some persons would have expected that we would have met that time there. All right. Hi, Giovanni. All right. So I'm assuming that as soon as persons go to the original link, because it's not gone, so they will see that they should move over here. All right, glad you're here, Giovanni. Yeah. Announcement of the, and in the meantime, you can just respond to our question in the chat. How do you feel about CXC's announcement of the 3-week extension? Right. I know some person did just want to come and get over with. Some person did want the extension. I don't know how you feel. Let me know. All right. Again, share the link so that the persons who would have had the first link probably we book up in another 1 year and be able to come over here. Let me see if there is anyone still stuck on the other link. I hope not. All right, because we're not gonna have a choice but to start sharing. All right. Hi, Shadeen. It doesn't, and I have an idea as to why it would not mean anything to you. All right. Hello, Akima. Yeah, just people identity. All right, so I'm just gonna post the link one last time over on the original video that persons may be going to, so that they can come over here. All right, but still, once they're a subscriber, it should pop up quite soon. So go ahead and like the video because that will also help other people to see it. And we are gonna hit the road. You know, easy, you know. Anyway, all right, and then I guess by 7 you'll have the persons who would I usually come on that time day. So apologies for this evening. We have to shoot out early. All right. So last time we stopped at number 43. And so we're gonna pick up there. And then what we're gonna do after this, when some more persons are on, we are going to, I'm gonna allow you guys to say the topics that you actually have the problem with, so that I can know, you're the ones I'm serving. So let me know so that I can know which ones to focus on. I will be doing a circle theorem video. I started it already and didn't get a chance to finish it. So hopefully you guys will see that video on tomorrow, Thursday. All right. Usually I try to, whenever I post videos, not the lives now, whenever I post videos, that's normally about 5 o'clock in the evening. So you can always check the time. So tomorrow or Friday, I will post that circle theorem video. All right. Samantha, at first, I wanted to just get it over and done with, but when I heard the announcement, I was happy. Have the extra time to brush up on some areas. Yeah, true, which means we don't have to take this as a chance to lay back, but just to, catch up. And then, Jadine, I have a video on difference of two squares, and so you can go ahead and look for that. All right. So guys, I'm encouraging you to go ahead and check out the other videos. There are other, some long videos for some CXC topics. And then last week, those long videos are from last year when we were doing Saturday Night Lives and then something there. But last week, there was also a replay of the matrices video, basics of matrices and addition and subtraction. And there was also, which one again? Yes, operations with fractions, and then algebraic fractions too, which is the one that some people normally have problems with. All right, so we're gonna hit the road until the rest of persons get here. All right. Yeah. Ready. Let me turn this one down. All right, it says in the figure above, O is the center of a circle. Oh, so for any newcomer, when we read through the question, sometimes I'll allow you to do it by yourself. Sometimes we'll do it together. Sometimes we'll allow the fast persons to go and me and the rest of persons kickstart together. All right. O is the center of the circle. The circle has a radius of 10. So you hear that, you go ahead and just put in your 10 same time, 10 centimeters. All right, so you start envision the circle because there's a big old circle, right? And this is a portion of the circle, right? This is called a sector of the circle. And the radius is 10. So that's how you know that that line that I highlighted there is a radius, right? 10 centimeters, right? And the angle AOB is 36 degrees. What is the length in centimeters of the arc AB? Do you know how to find length of an arc? Yes, go ahead. Do you know how to find length of an arc? No? Do you know what an arc is? Good. They say you're starting and say, okay, this arc here, an arc is a portion of the circumference, all right? So AB, that curved part there from A to B, is a portion of the circumference. So, that's funny. So, July, you're going to make me laugh. Now you're saying, I want to find out this portion of whatever the length of the circumference was going to be. So, of course, you're going to need to know find circumference. What is the circumference of this circle? What's the formula for finding circumference? That is going to be 2 times pi times the radius. All right, so that's going to be 2 times whatever pi is. Since they did not tell us what to use for pi, you can go ahead. Oh, sorry, in a regular question, any given question, if they tell you to use pi for 3.14, 22/7, you go ahead and do that. But here, so now, you are told that you are told based on the answers, look at A, B, C, D, you know, if we go convert, you know, have to replace pi with 22/7, nor 3.14. So you go ahead and just keep pi in the question. All right, so I can even roll out by the multiplication sign. 2 pi times r, what is r going to be? That is going to be the radius, which is 10. So we can say in total, this is 20 pi. But right now we want the length of this arc, and that is called the minor arc. As you see in the chart there, minor because it had a little piece. It had a little piece. The major arc over here, so the whole of the rest of the outside of the circle, right? The circumference. The rest of the circumference would form the major arc. So yeah. Now you're like, they never asked me to find the entire circumference. It was a portion of the circumference. So now you need a fraction to represent that. You know, you are also given 36 degrees to represent this portion of the circle, which means that is 36 degrees out of the entire 360 degrees that you have in a circle. 36 degrees over 360 degrees. So you write that down. And then you're like, oh, I want that fraction of the circumference. So I want that fraction of, you use up your multiplication. Let me move this out my way. The circumference, 20 pi. All right. And then, if this were paper 2, you'd write up length of arc, whatever, you'd write all of that yourself. All right. And you just take your little time now and you simplify. You can cancel those zeros. And as we would have said before, this means you divided both numbers by 10. All right, 36 into itself was 1 time. The answer is 2 pi. And you're done. That's it. All right. So I hope that you would have gotten that if you had, you know, worked it by yourself. You get it in the exam and you get that to do, you would have gotten it. All right. In the meantime, if you don't take off your notes, you can go ahead and share the link. A lot of persons would not have expected a new link. So we want to see as best as possible how many persons we can reach. All right. And the people who will come on 7 o'clock campus. Not call no name. Next thing she could hear, so I call her name. All right, here we go. 45. What is the area of this trapezium? And I'm just going to leave the formula on the board just in case. The area of the trapezium is going to be half of the sum. I hope that I won't clash with that space up there. Half of the sum of the 2 parallel sides. See 2 parallel sides, them here run in the same direction. Half of their sum, I'm going to call them A and B, times the height of the parallelogram. Half of their sum times the height. Go ahead and find out what would the answer for this be. What would the answer be? Giovanni, are you still here? Weren't you supposed to get something the last time? Right, Samantha, but that would have been a plus in the middle. Half of A plus B. Half of those 2 lengths combined. When those 2 lengths are added, half of that. So it wouldn't be AB, wouldn't be A times B. All right. Who just joined me? All right, here we go. And while you do your attempt, all right, I'll wait to let you get an attempt. Just type the answer, the letter to the answer in the chat, A, B, C, or D. All right, A, B, C, or D. All right, Renia says B. It's the first time seeing that name, so let me know if you're a newcomer in the chat. It's the first time recalling you typing in the chat. All right. I got B. What else do I got? And we will soon reveal the correct answer. Yep, all right. Lishan also says B, Samantha says B. So yeah, and the point is you just need to know how to use this formula. That's it. All right, otherwise, you're good. Sorry, otherwise you don't go. All right, so that's half of 8 plus 18 times the height, which is gonna be 5. That's gonna be 26 times 5, half of 26. So you can simply say 2 into 26 goes 13 times 5, 65 centimeters squared. Good. And we just head over to the next question. Same time, 46, easy. And as you know, some questions will take a little time. Some you just have to pick and move along. Which of the following is not a statistical diagram? Which of the following is not a statistical diagram? Which of the following is not a statistical diagram? Bar graph, pie chart, frequency polygon, or modal class? All right. When you get here, you will see a pause. I was just waiting on your answers. All right, I see D. Waiting to see if I see any more. I see B. Da da dee da da da. All right, and D is correct. So D is the one that is not a statistical diagram. It is not even a diagram. It not even in a sense to do a diagram, right? So all of the others are using statistics to represent one thing or the other. Hey, Lennox, you reach finally. All right, here we go. Item 47. The bar chart below shows the ages of children who took part in a survey. And this question comes so regular, right? So it says, how many children took part in the survey? Soon as you add that up, just go ahead and let me know in the chat. All right, so D was correct for the previous one, for 46. 47 now on screen. And I see one answer C. C again. Bernia, Samantha. Who else? Yep. Right? So yeah, we can clearly see it. And if you want to know how many children, you literally just look over here. So it's a number of children. We see 3, we see 4, we see 2, we see, where are we? 5, and we see 1. All right, you add all those, you must get 15. Good night, sir. Finally there. All right, 47, 48. Tony obtained the following scores in a game. What is the median score? And if you know a median mean, you know that means what is the middle score? What is the middle score? Now waiting to see what we say. What is the middle number? And there's something very important you have to remember when you do median. But I'll see if you remember it on your own. After I answer, then I'll say it. Da-da-da. I see C, B, no, the C was for the first one. B, I see B again. And that's correct, because first, before you can find the median, you need to put the numbers in order. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9. And then you go ahead and find the middle one, right? You can easily cross off the N ones to find out which one is in the middle. Or you say to yourself, since there are 9 numbers, the middle one must be the 5th. All right, so 7 is correct. All right, a bag contains 2 red, 4 yellow, and 6 blue balls. The probability of drawing a blue ball from the bag at random is what? All right, so we're looking at the answer for 49. What will be the probability? All right, I see C. I see D, then C again. Oh my, I know how Lishan got D. All right, so probability of drawing a blue ball is going to be equal to the number of blue balls, which is 6, divided by the total number of balls, which is 12. All right, you added and got 11. Hush. 6 over 12. And you also should go ahead and do the simplification. 6 into 6 goes 1 times 6 into 12, 2. That's going to be a half. All right. All right. If you're just joining us, you can type in the chat and make a note you just reach, etc. Oops. All right. So yeah, C would have been the correct answer for this one. All right. Let me see how did you guys get D? All right, can't figure that out. 50. So I realize we're in the statistics region of the paper now. All right, the pie chart above shows the preference in drinks of a group of students. Pineapple juice, orange juice, chocolate, milk, you start thinking about it. All right, if 12 students prefer chocolate, then the total number of students is, all right, and before you even start answering a question, you start to observe the chart. So you're like, if here's a 120 degrees milk, then chocolate is like, sorry, gosh, that's not a 8, that's a 6. Should be a 6. Should be 60 degrees. And you should figure out how I got 60 degrees a while ago, right? And that's because since both angles are formed on at a point on this straight line here, they should add up to 180 degrees. So already you know that chocolate is going to be 60 degrees. Now they know that you can figure that out, which is why the examiner went straight to asking you if 12 students prefer chocolate, which means they expect you to realize that 12 has some relation with 60. All right, this is number of students, and this is the degrees, right? 12 students prefer chocolate, then what's the total number of students? All right, do we know the number of students? No. Do we know the total number of degrees? So this was chocolate, this was total. So we write down the number of chocolate, number of total. We know that, sorry, number of students who like chocolate, 12 students. Number of students, the total, we don't know. Number of degrees representing chocolate, 60. Number of degrees representing the total is a circle, so it has to be 360 degrees. You hardly get a pie chart question where they don't allow you to refer to the 360 degrees. You have to. All right, so it's easy to figure out what number should go there. So you're going to go ahead and tell me. You're going to go ahead and tell me what would be that number X, the total number of students. Hi, Janelle, finally. All right, glad you could join us. All right, I see B as the answer for this. I see one answer so far. I see Bernie also saying B. Try, let's see. And you can tell me that in the chat why you get that. All right. I remember last week we had said something like, you can always say, how do we move from, this is a ratio. So you can go like, how do I move from 12 to 60? I can multiply by 5. And you can say, what can I multiply by 5 to give me 360? Or you could even do the reverse and say, how do I go from 60 to 12? And that would be, divide by 5. And then you go here, then I can divide by 5. So yeah, you would have been correct. All right, so B is definitely the correct answer. All right, 360, yes, nice. Give me a second. All right, so one person, so Troy did, he said 180 degrees is going to be 36, which means, so he's saying that if 60 degrees represents 12, let me write it on the screen. 60 degrees represents 12 students. That means 180 degrees would represent 36 students. And then he's like, so 360 degrees must represent 72 students. Yeah. All right. A boy throws a die twice. Die is a singular for dice. Oh, nice. What is the probability that he will get a 3 followed by an even number? He throws the die twice. What's the probability that he will get a 3 followed by an even number? And a lot of this is common sense, but I'll give you a few seconds to try. All right, I see D for this one. I see D. Anyone else? Okay, it says C instead. What is the probability that you will get a 3 followed by an even number? And in the meantime, I'm going to just list a few of the probabilities here. Say throwing the die twice. All right, maybe I should pause a little more. Sorry. All right, so he's throwing twice. That means he can throw a 1 the first time, and then the next time he throws, it's a 1 again. He can throw a 1, but the next time he throws, it's a 2. He can throw a 1, the next time he throws, it's a 3. I'm just writing out possibilities here, right? Maybe he can throw the dice, and for the first time, it's a 2, then a 1, it's a 2, then a 2, then, or he can throw a 2, then a 3, 2, then a 4. You get the point. Why am I doing this? We need to establish that, first of all, as we said, you need to know how many possibilities there are. How many possibilities are there? How many ways can the combination turn out? This is a 1 way, this is a 2 way, 3, 4, 5, 6 ways. How many ways in all? How many ways in total can it turn out, right? So how many outcomes can we have? That's the word. Right? So, and we know the same thing is going to happen with a 4. If you throw a 4 first, we know when you can throw after, etc. Same thing is going to happen with a 5, 5 then 1, 5 then 2, 5 then 3. Or he can throw 6 then 1, 6 then 2, 6 then 3, 6 then 4 the second time, 6 then 5. I'm laying this out on the screen so that we know that there's a possibility. There are 36 different ways that this thing can turn out. 36 different ways that you can turn out. And then I'm going to leave one set on the board, because right now we are asked, what is the possibility that he will throw a 3 and then it is followed by an even number? Here, this is a 3 followed by a 2, 3 followed by a 4, 3 followed by a 6. There are 3 possibilities where you can show 1 3 and then 1 even number after it. So that's 3 out of the entire 36 possibilities, which means, let me see who got her answer. Lennox, come off the video and come back. That's an internet issue. All right. So that means once you simplify this to get the answer, which is going to be A. $52, just testing. They just want to see what you know. What do you know? What do you know? If the sum of the interior angles of a polygon is 4 right angles, So if when you add up the inside angles of a polygon, you get 490 degrees, you get 360 degrees, it means then that the polygon is that's going to be a quadrilateral. All right. Ush, try. Yeah. That means you need to sharpen up. All right. Need to get sharp. All right. If you're done before other persons, just go ahead and share the live. It's 6:43. If you notice, some persons are coming on now because 7 o'clock would have been the regular time. Maybe some persons not even did look on the flyer today because they're expecting that it would have been 7 o'clock. So sorry about that. All right. So share the live, like the live, so you can also reach enough people. All right, 53, which of the following is not a quadrilateral? Which one of them something here is not a quadrilateral? Yeah. Maybe upon the answer for that one here because hello. I'm not supposed to fight for that one here. Hi, Aline. Welcome. All right. So again, so sorry. We have to have an earlier live this evening. So it's just that some persons are going to end up having to just watch it by themselves. All right. Here. Yep. The answer is definitely D. All right. Try your dip on point with that one here now. All right. Next. It says the triangle above is right angled at C. ABC is 40 degrees and AC is 20 centimeters. What is the length of BC? Clearly, this is a paper one question. They don't expect you to have a calculator, which is why the answers are left like this. No one expects you to work out tan 40 degrees or sine 40 degrees. All right, so all they're looking for here is concept. What do you say to for yourself? If the angle is here, then this 20 is the opposite. Some persons have a problem identifying opposite, adjacent, hypotenuse. The angle there right there, so the opposite to it. All right, so that's the opposite. This is definitely our hypotenuse. It is facing the right angle, so you know it's our hypotenuse. And then we know we have our adjacent right here. So right now, they give us the length of AC, which is the opposite, and then we're asked for BC, which is the adjacent. All you need to say is which ratio, cosine, sine, or tangent, have both opposite and adjacent in it. And that's all right, Lishan, hurry up and come. And that's gonna be that's gonna be tangent, right? Because tangent have opposite over adjacent. So, and I hope that you know that little shortcut that can help you to remember these ratios. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, tangent is opposite over adjacent. All right. Welcome to those just coming. Yes, Kimani, today was a 6 o'clock live. Sorry. All right. Yeah. So you're gonna line up your thing. Tan theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. And you go, nice. Tan theta is equal to what's the opposite? 20 over what's the adjacent? BC. Clearly, we need to get BC on one side of the equation by itself. Hush, Kimani, hush, that late. Right? You need to get BC on one side by itself. So clearly, first of all, you need to move it out of this denominator here. Times BC. Anything added to one side, do it to the other. Times BC. 20 equals tan theta. Oh, and we know that theta, the angle is 40. We'll take long to put in the 40 there. Hush. All right. Tan 40 BC is equal to 20. And so you want BC by itself, so you go ahead and divide by tan 40. Anything you do to one side, do it to the other. That cancels that. BC is equal to 20 tan 20 divided by tan 40. All right. Yep, A was correct. All right, I'm going to let you try this one on your own. All right. Oh my. You're not going to be able to see that top part. Keep. All right, there. Yes, Samantha, I had shown the working. All right. Let me see if I had taken it off screen. Yeah, it's right there. Oops. All right. So with BC in the denominator, you couldn't just go across and say, oh, 20 and multiply by tan 40. You could not have done that right here. No. All right. You needed to do take the proper channels of solving the equation so that BC end up by itself, because of BC I try fine. All right, and I see an answer for number 55. Someone that says B. All right. And all right, and that's going to be correct. They just want to see if you know that I just want to see if you know, where is it now? If you move from B here and go to B prime, how many units did you move left or right and up or down. It's really just X and Y movements. So to get from 5 to 7, clearly you would have to move 2 units across. So that's definitely gonna be 2 for the top number representing X. So already we could have kind of tell us everything else wrong, right? And then just to confirm, we're at 7 and we want to get to 8. That means we moved 1 unit up. And the same thing happened here for A, going to A prime. Yes, ma'am, that is correct. All right, while you work, I'll work this one too, especially for the persons who probably don't, for the persons who probably don't know where to start. All right, in the right angle triangle above, tan theta equals, and just as we were up on the screen earlier, we're gonna look at what tan theta is equal to. Opposite over adjacent. Tan theta equals opposite over adjacent. They're literally asking you to just write what the opposite side, what the length of the opposite side over what's the length of the adjacent side. As I said earlier, opposite is going to be straight across from the angle. And then clearly we know that this is the hypotenuse. Adjacent means next to. So we want to look for the side that is next to the angle, which is 12. 5 over 12, done. Yes, Aline, that was correct. Yes, Troy, which is right. This ain't no ordinary. All right. And we have number 57. The triangle above is rotated in a clockwise direction about L. That means L is like a little, L is the thing with a spin pan. It does say L planted, and the triangle itself is spinning in a clockwise direction. And that's at an angle of 90 degrees. Which one of these will represent where the triangle now ends up? Rotated in a clockwise direction, where will the triangle end up? 90 degrees rotation. Nishan, I hope you're at, sorry. Since I know that you left, just make sure so you draw the cursor, go straight to the end of the video, that's so I say that where we are. All right. All right, so after these, after we'd have done 2 multiple choice papers, we're heading straight to paper 2 questions. Not tonight. All right, we're heading straight to paper 2 questions and stuff. That is correct. D is going to be our answer. Well done, well done, well done. All right, here, 58, it says in the figure above, AB is parallel to CD and angle JKB, I hope you know how to label angles, from J to K to B, that angle that is formed, angle JKB is 125 degrees. In other words, they're telling you to just cut it right there so you can visualize it. What is angle MLD? Angle MLD. Angle MLD. What size is that angle going to be? I'll wait on you. I see somebody saying C, sorry, 55 degrees. Will that be correct? All right, I'm just going to wait on one more answer. This ain't. All right, good. But yeah, it is. Even your instinct can tell you. All right, here we have 125 degrees, and that little part I've now put in purple is going to be the remainder from 180 degrees, because both angles should add up to 180 degrees. They're at the same point on a straight line. Good. So that means that this is 55 degrees. And we know that when we have two parallel lines and they're cut by what is called a transversal, these angles are equal. They're called corresponding angles. They're literally then at the same position, right? As if they can push onto each other. All right, yeah. Then I mean, if that's up this at 55, this is also 55. That's it, correct? In the figure above, the line CD is an image of AB after, is it a reflection in the y-axis? Is it a rotation 90 degrees through the center? Is it an enlargement of scale factor -1? Is it translation by a vector -4, -8? CD is the image of AB after what happens. All right, I see A. And I'll try to keep the live still at 7 o'clock, so that, because some persons, as Kimani was posting earlier, did just reach home. All right. So yeah, A is correct. All right. And this can also be tempting. B could be tempting. All right. So you pay attention, because it said is the CD is the image, which means you did the years first, and then it ended up on that side, all right, with the y-axis in the middle. Is correct. A plane traveling in the direction of 45 degrees and changes course in a plane is traveling in a direction of 45 degrees and changes course in a clockwise direction to 135 degrees. The angle through which the plane turned is, and we know their bearings from, we see the 3 digits here, so north line. Want to mark off probably 90 degrees. And it says the plane was traveling at 45 degrees. And then it changed course in a clockwise direction and goes to 135 degrees. If this is a 45, 135 the boy, yes, so you just need to add on 45 degrees on 90 to reach 135. All right, so all of this then is 135 degrees. Come right around. And the question is, what is the angle through which the plane turned? The plane turned from here, so, and turn comes so, clockwise to this amount of degrees. What is the angle through which the plane turned? Hush, 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 Aline. All they're asking is, if it left from 45 degrees and went to 135 degrees, how much degrees did it turn? Yeah, that's it. All right. Some persons are saying that since we have an extension, maybe we can run one more workshop, because as you know, I did a final workshop the other day, but we still could get a few more topics done. And if we were to do another one, bearings would be one of them. Definitely. Those who just came, there's going to be a circle theorem question that's going to be on the channel tomorrow and tomorrow or Friday. Troy, listen again, it was already at 45 and it moved from 45, go to 135. What is the angle through which it turned? What is this angle right here? It's definitely 90, definitely 90, yes. Yes, Samantha and Elaine. All right, because it did the years already. From here to here says 45 degrees. And from here to here says 45 more. All right, so you know that it's going to be 90 degrees. Yes, Daniel. And we are done with that paper, because remember, only 17% we did have left on it. Now, we're going to pause here right now, because I want to hear from you the trouble topics that you are having, because that will form the basis on what videos I provide here going forward leading up to the exam. So 3 persons have already requested circle theorem, and that one is coming out this week, right? Maybe you caught the matrices one last week and fractions, those 2 revision videos. If you didn't, you can go catch them. Also, if tonight is your first time, which it means that you would have missed the first part of this entire paper, questions 1 to 43. And we did those in 2 live videos. So what I'll do is post a link to those in this description. So drop your topics right now. Drop the trouble topics then before we go any further. Right now. Right away. All right. Should I take it that we're all okay? Okay, Daniel. And what I'll also do for that is to post, all right, let me write that down. There's a video on that. All right, Elaine, I did a general factorization video, and I ended up not doing a part 4. And part 4 would have had part 4. Let me stop sharing. Yeah, part 4 would have been the, okay, welcome. Part 4 would have been the, what you call that now? The ones that you are referring to, the quadratic expressions, all right? So I'll definitely see if I can finish factorization, quadratic. That would have been the last one, the one I did not do, I did not touch. All right, and matrix transposition. Did you mean matrix transformation? Just let me know. That one is a frightening topic for a lot of persons. Matrix transformation. All right, circle theorem, and that's coming out tomorrow. So the circle theorem problem should be solved. Consumer arithmetic, Daniel, should be solved. Tell you why. I'm just going to put that link in the description for you because I had a video on that. Lennox, let me know if you've already seen the functions and relations video, or if you're not see it, then I'll also put it in the description. functions. I'm writing when you're looking down. All right, and there are some parts of functions that maybe was not in that video as well, so I'll include those. But that video had inverse, you know, some other stuff. Let me see if I wrote down all of those. Yeah, and Daniel, yes. Yes, we are going to. All right, these are the only two that we're going to be doing that actually have, these are, no, we're going a few more, Troy. All right. All right, 1 second, soon I'll address that. So Daniel, actually, we have never done paper one questions that have been this far back. There is a playlist with strictly paper one questions, and I'm going to put that in the description as well so that you can have it. I'll label them, guys, so you know which one you had requested. And those were 2019, 2011, 2012. All right. So what we can try to do after all this is to get to, what do you call it? 2020. Oops, I should not go there. 2021 last year. All right, so we'll definitely do that paper before time is out. All right, so let me go ahead and share screen again. This 2005 and 2006, these are the only far back ones. And we just literally do them because we ever do the most recent ones. And while you will run into the most recent ones from time to time, I want to make sure say on have variety. All right. And you have to realize how many of them your question still repeat on the new paper them. So yeah. Troy, our next live will have to be after Saturday. So that's why I tried to come out this evening, because we can't have none Saturday night. And that is my best night. But let us push for Monday. Let me just write that down so that y'all don't kill me. All right. Yeah. So if we even get to 10 out of this, and maybe what we'll do is to, let me not say that, but we'll see. But this paper starts off so simply. One fraction question, but in all that technical. Let's see if you figure it out. And you would have watched for those of you who have already subscribed, you probably would have watched the fractions video where they come out last week. All right. So that you're not supposed to have no fraction problem at all after that. All right. Daniel, you can tell me which school you're from. If you're new, guys, we usually let you tell us your school so we can shout out your school. All right, so I'm looking forward to the answer for these. Easy, easy. And you can get a hint on the fact that you don't need to focus on the whole numbers, because all of the answer them have been 9. So you focus on this part. All right. Yeah, do you look at LCM answer? All right, I know I should be behind you. Oh, all right. Shout out to Heidel High School. And you go ahead and find a look at LCM. That's going to be 35. Turn both of these into 35. All right. All right, so let's see if we get there. I see answer coming in already. So if you multiply the denominator by 7, you have to do the same thing to the top. Then you also know to turn 7 into 35, you multiply by 5. Same thing to the top. 2 7s, 14 over 35. Plus 15 over 35, that's going to be 29 over 35. And when it's done, establish, say, the whole number is going to be 9. Yeah, that was quick, guys. Very good. Very, very good. What percentage of 340 is 425? What percentage of 340 is 425? In other words, 340 is what percentage Sorry. Oops. What percentage of 340 is 425? In other words, 425 is what percentage of 340? It's just the same thing, I say backwards. And then we just write it mathematically when we talk. 425 is equal. What percentage? X over 100 of times 340, and you're good to go. Of course, there's a shortcut for this as well. All right, I'm gonna do short and long cut. So I did this because I want to show you how algebra can help in enough things, right? So you just go ahead and solve now, right? You probably can go ahead and do this part. 0 cancels 0. Then you can say 425 equals 34x over 10. Multiply both sides by 10. What just happened? Oh. All right, so somebody's saying the answer is C equals 34x. All right, I see a C. And it means that your division game is strong, but you know. All right, divide both sides by 34, as I said before. And you take your time. 34 into 42. Oh, by the way, you can simplify this first. All right. I see only one person. All right. I see 2 persons. So you would have said you could simplify this using 2. 2 into the top number, 2 into the numerator gives us 125. 2 into the bottom number gives us 17. And you take your time, dear thing. All right. This is 17 into 21. Oh, showing you how you do it by hand. If you did then at the exam, 17 into 21, 1 time, remainder 4. And then you go 17 into 42, 2 times, remainder what, 8? 17 into 85, 5 times. X is 125. That is correct, guys. And you did good timing. All right. And the shortcut is, so when it says what percentage of 340 is 425, you just do an inverted thing, kind of like, and just say 100 over 340 times 425. That's a shortcut if people can remember how and why they use that shortcut, okay? In scientific notation, write 170.04. All right, and as we would have done on our first paper together on a live, we know say we should write 1 point and everything else come after. 1 point, so we should ensure only one whole number is in front of the decimal point. So we know say this wrong already. We also know say this wrong already. Also, you can just simply say to yourself, there is no way you could multiply this by 10 to a negative power and end up with a bigger number of 170. In other words, you're like, the only one that makes sense is if I multiply 1.7004 times 10 squared, which is 100. That's the only way we can get about this. But anyway, let's say this was a paper 2 question, we would show workings and say times 10 to a certain power. And now you would just ask yourself, how can I move the point from, I hate to say this, I'm gonna explain why the last time. Or do I move the point from here to go back to its original position in the question? And that would be 2 places to the right. So it would be 10 to the power of positive 2, not negative. All right. So yeah. And most of you got it. The fraction of the circle which has been shaded is, what's the fraction of the circle that has been shaded? I will talk about circle not too long. What is the fraction of the circle that has been shaded? And if you notice, all the denominators are the same, which means you just gotta ensure you gotta get that top number right. All right, first thing you want to ask yourself is, what fraction, what did they tell us about the part of the fraction that was not shaded, right? It represented 285 degrees out of the entire 360, which means you need to know how much degrees left. So you do a little subtraction, 360, take out that, 360 minus 285, and that's degrees. That's gonna be 75 degrees. Hope you can see that, the time comes. So you're looking for the fraction that has been shaded 75 degrees out of the entire 360 degrees. Fraction. That part out of the whole. That part out of the whole. So what will that fraction simplify to be? Somebody got 19 over 24. And I'm still recovering, guys. If you don't notice, I'm not a chatterbox like the rest of the night, you know? And extra lively. All right. So we soon have to end tonight, because you don't want me to, you know, not be able to talk going forward. All right, and remember that you can always still share the video after we would have ended. All right, and I remember my part, which is to post the additional videos in, and you can just scroll through the channel. You can either go to when you go to playlist, there is a playlist with the multiple choice questions we did first. I did first when there was a 3-a-day multiple choice marathon running. So every day you would come here for 3 multiple choice questions. So if you did miss that one, to go playlist, you see 3-a-day multiple choice. Also on the playlist, you see CXC, general proficiency, everything that is all right? So yeah, once you simplify, and I see the answers, you would have gotten A. I'll take a time and just do 5 into this, 5 into that, all right? But I just went straight to 15 into this goes 5 times, 15 into this goes 24 times, all right? You could have taken your time and do your thing, because everything are with your hand, and say probably, you know, 5 into this or 3 into both of them. Once you take your time and simplify, you're gonna get to 5 over 25. 5 over 24. There are 40 students in a class. Girls make up 60% of the class. 40 picnic, 60% are girls. 25% of the girls wear glasses. How many girls in the class wear glasses? 40 students in the class, 60% are girls. You need to find out first how many of them are girls. 60% of 40 equal such and such amount of girls. Me not tell you no, figure that out. Then 25% of those girls, that amount, wears glasses. All right, I should be very much better the next time we meet. I should feel very much better. All right, I see 8. What else do I see? And you can check your answer along with me. 60% of 40. 0 cancel 0, 0 cancel 0. 6 fours is going to be 24. I feel like you're right, 32, you know. Yeah, man. So 24 girls. And then we need 25% of that. 25% of 24. 25 into itself 1, 25 into 100 is 4, 4 into 24, 6. Yeah, 6 is good. All right. Probably, let's see which question we stop at. We usually try to make the live videos go like 1.5 hours. And then so that's gonna kill off yourself. All right. And with the extension, I hope that we all will, you know, just do some little more practice here and there. This one says $560 is shared in the ratio 2 to 3 to 9. What's the difference between the largest and the smallest shares? Let me put on the screen what many of you did last time to establish a foundation. Person said they needed to find out what one part of the ratio represented. Right now, the ratio is, how many parts that's? 2 plus 3 plus 9, that's 14 parts. So 14 parts is $560. And then we said, that means one part is 560 divided by 14. All right, and that's going to be $40. Then now you want to find out the difference between the largest portion and the smallest portion. The smallest portion is 2 parts. The largest portion is 9 parts. Then after that, I'll show you a shortcut. Smallest, very good. Thank you, Elaine. Smallest portion is 2 parts. Largest portion is 9 parts. What would be the difference between how much the person will get 2 parts and the person will get 9 parts? What would be the difference? And we know that difference is a keyword. What shall we say? Subtract. If someone says the answer is C, good job, Aline. I'm going to go now, and if at any point we are moving too fast, you just say so. All right, 2 parts are 2 times 40, which is $80. 9 parts is 9 times 40. And that's going to be $360. Once you find the difference between those two, meaning you subtract them, you are going to get 280. Let me also want to show you the shortcut here. So the difference between the largest and smallest shares. And my question is, what's the difference between the largest and smallest portions? The difference between 2 and 9 is 7. All you needed to do was find out what 7 parts is. So instead of doing 2 parts and 9 parts and subtract them, you just subtract 9 and 7, you get, 9 and 2, you get 7. And then you find out what 7 parts is. So either way, it works. You're still gonna get your $280. All right, yeah. All right, we'll probably get to one more question. All right, this nice. The first three common multiples of 3, 4, and 6 is what? First three common multiples of 3, 4, and 6. What are they? Message is, what are they? First three multiples that are common between 3, 4, and 6. What are they? Soon as I see the answer, I'm shooting right away, right away. All right, so if you've been on the other two lives, you know that there would have been like probably 50 something a year or so, or 60 odd. But it was explained that because of the rain and stuff, apparently the app that I would usually go through to set up the live and make the live start, it just kept loading and just wasn't starting. So I had to do something when I saw 6 o'clock coming. All right, so that may have messed up our thing, but that's okay. They will find the video sometime later. All right, somebody says C. All right, so first we're thinking multiples. So long time we know say A can't work. A are factors, right? And analytical factors, we one of them. 3 is a multiple of 3. 3 is not a multiple of nothing else. It just can't work. The answers I'm seeing in the chat are D and C. And so you want to check D and C, right? If you say C, you're like, can 3, 4, and 6 go into 6? Yes. No. Actually, 4 cannot go into it without leaving a remainder, right? So instantly you know that this one is wrong. 8 would not have been a multiple of 6. So they use the word common because then they want you to talk which multiple all of these can go into. All right. The shortcut to finding out what they're asking is you find the first common multiple. First number that all of these can go into is 12. The other common multiples will always be like 12 times 2, 12 times 3. So the next one would have been 48. The next one would have been 60. Those would have been the common multiples of these three numbers, 3, 4, and 6. All right, so D is the correct answer. 3 persons got that. All right, awesome. We'll try to stop here tonight because now I am starting to feel the effects of the talking. Apparently, I'm not quite well yet. So I will see you guys and hopefully on Monday evening. All right. Thursday is out this week because as I told you, my regular CXC classes start, they restart. And so that is going to be 5 to 7. And I won't do a live after 2 hours of teaching. So, and then Saturday night, I will not be here. Sunday is for the family and me and mine. So Monday is our next best day. So let us hope that on Monday evening, we should be fine for meeting. It's goodbye from DG Makes Math Easy. This is Mrs. Donisha Murray. DG Makes Math Easy. We are intentional about making math dimensional. I just feel like being in advertisement mode a while ago. But good night, everyone, and have a good night. And I'll see you. All right. Bye-bye. What's her name? Daniel, make sure you subscribe so you can see when we go live and all kind of stuff. All right, and any other newcomers who are here. All right, bye guys.